By the way, every now and then we talk to a guy named Bob Westrick. You know him from Private Vista. MyPrivateVista.com is the website, and Bob's on a phone line right now. Hi, Bob. How are you?
Doing well, John. How you doing?
Pretty good. We talk about you on the radio sometimes, and when we do, you say that you do behavioral things. I know you as guys who will help manage my money so I can have enough to retire someday, but you guys talk about behavioral stuff when you talk about planning. Why and what are you even talking about there? What do you mean by that?
Well, the behavioral side of it is what you do with your money. And a lot of folks, if you look at lottery winners, they got the money side down, but a lot of them go broke and bankrupt because they don't have the behavioral side down. They really haven't had done any planning, and they don't really know how much money they can spend, so they just spend all their money.
I never thought about it that way.
The behavioral side,
yeah.
So the behavioral side, John, is really it's the planning side that a lot of people neglect when they do money management. The money management will fund your goals, but first you have to know what are my goals. How much do my goals cost? How much can I spend to achieve my goals? And that's what we do a lot with before we actually design portfolios for our clients.
Now, that's a pet topic of mine, though, Bob. I always say people who win the lottery win too much money and they're not happy. And those of us that want to retire someday think if I just get to that number, if I just get to the number, my problems will be solved, I'll be happy. People who win the lottery and have more than they ever imagined are miserable at the end of the day. So I guess it's not just enough to acquire that much money. You've got to literally figure out how you're going to spend it and when, huh?
Well, John, think of the ads, and we've all heard them that say, what's your number? And while that's important, it's only half the story. You have to start with goals, then figure out how much your goals are going to cost you. Because without doing this, how could you possibly even know what your number is?
Right. Well, I think a lot of us think, okay, I want to be 65 someday. How much money will I have then? Will I have $1 million? Okay. If I have $1 million, then what kind of life can I live? But you're asking me to consider the reverse of that. What kind of life do you want to have? Like, I don't know, do you want a lake house, or do you want to give money to your kids' graduation or education or something? And then how much money? So total those up, right?
That's right. And we help clients think through those things. Because, take retirement as just one example. And a lot of people think about retirement as something they're retiring from instead of something that they're retiring to. And this is a big difference, John, because the change in mindset forces you to think about the future. It forces you to think about some of the things you just talk about.
Yeah.
Where do I want to live? How do I want to spend my time and my money? Do I want to get a second house? Do I want to have a second career? All these things you have to think about. We help clients think through, and then we plan for those things, and we design portfolios to help fund those things so people can live the lives they want to live. That's where our name comes from, actually. Private Vista is your own view of your life. We want you to live out that view.
Private Vista. All right, so what can we do for our listeners, Bob? You want them to call? You want them to go to online? What do they need to do to find out, what works for them?
Well, first of all, people have to look at what are my needs. If everybody's going to retire at some point, or at least move on to their next career. Some people are selling businesses. Some people are going through divorces. There can be a lot of reasons why you want to do this sort of planning and investment management. But first of all, go to our website. We have a lot of resources on our website. And like you said, it's myprivatevista.com. And if somebody just wants to call and ask about what do we do and how can we help them, have them give us a call. Have them give me a call. I'd be happy to speak with them, as I always am.
Will you talk to them, Bob?
I absolutely will.
630-455-0600, right? 630-455-0600 or myprivatevista.com. Okay,
That's
Bob.
it.
Good to hear you. I'll talk to you another day. Thanks for your time, my friend.
Sounds great, John. Thanks for the call.
Bob Westrick over at Private Vista. It's 1:57. The news is